Here's some more top stories for you on the show tonight. Conservationists in Mombasa have raised the alarm over the wanton destruction of the mangrove forest, whose acreage is reducing at a worrying rate. A group of researchers has complained of increased injustice to the local environment following developments by government agencies and the private sector. And as KTN's Francis Ontomwa now tells us, some resilient members of the community have resorted to saving the remaining vegetation.
In the last couple of years, the Kenyan coastline has witnessed several developments by both the government and the private sector. And it is such projects that have now brought a collision between environmentalists and those involved. The rate at which mangrove vegetation has been brought down is appalling to these conservationists.
Some of this development has been brought about by the expansion of the port, by private developers, and of course, by the Mombasa County dumping site, which has been there since the 1940s. This is a trend which we wanted to see, that we have been seeing for a long time, and we are seeing at the end of the day, if nothing is done, if everything is contained as it is, then we will have a situation whereby there will be no Makupa Creek.
Several acres of the mangroves along major creeks in the coast have been cleared to pave way for the construction of the standard gauge railway and the Dongo Kundu bypass. Although the state says all this is geared for the development of communities around here, conservationists say there has been no deliberate efforts to mitigate abysmal effects and restore forest cover.
We are not seeing boots on the ground as far as conservation is concerned. We are not seeing a situation whereby the government in its development agenda is coming and reaching to the community and say, look here, we have an aggressive development going up and we are going to put the same measure in the conservation. That's the best concept that we're expecting to see. The polluter pays.
Precisely everyone in Mombasa is suffering environmental injustice because of what is happening at that place.
In the quest to save the sinking fortunes, the Big Ship and Mombasa Kilindini Forest Conservation Associations are teaming up to defend the environment. The two groups have so far planted more than 60,000 mangrove seedlings along the Makupa, Mwache and Mtwapa creeks.
Very soon they'll be closing the whole of the creek. What is the problem in that? Marine ecosystem need to be preserved. It is a heritage of the people. It is what holds the economy of the people. It is what people use it for spiritual gain in our society, especially in the coastal community.
Mangroves protect shorelines from damaging waves and floods, also helping to prevent erosion by stabilizing sediments with their tangled root systems. Every year, while environmental bodies organize several conventions to discuss effects of climate change, for most villagers here, however, there is just no time for discussion, but saving what has been left. Francis Ontomwa, KTN News, Mombasa.